come to the final step on how to apply for your Canadian citizenship, step 4. In this step, we're going to complete the document checklist. Things to remember: ensure that you review the document checklist in order not to miss any extra needed documents prior to submission. And this is also important, depending on when you are watching this video, ensure that the forms you're using are dated October 2020 or later. Let's dive in so I will show you guys what this means. So as you can see right here, it says make sure you use a version of the application form dated October 2020 or later. You can find the version date on the bottom left of the form. So I'm going to show you guys exactly where to look out for this October 2020 on the application form and also on the document checklist. So this was the form we used for the application of the Canadian citizenship. So at the bottom of the page of this application, let me go all the way down. You can see 2020 October, right? So this is actually the right document to use, or the right form rather to use for this application. And then for the document checklist too, at the end, this is November 2020. So make sure that you have this information because it is very, very, very important. If not, your application will be returned back to you. So now that we're done, so just read this information of the document checklist. It says gather your documents in order of the checklist and check each item. So after we've done everything, I've enclosed the following. So I checked this already: application for Canadian citizenship. Check. The most important thing to remember is you have to complete and validate it to generate the barcodes, right? And then you print and sign it. It says printed and signed with a handwritten signature. Then most importantly, it says place the barcode page on the top of your application. Very, very important. So once that is done, the second one is online physical presence calculation, printout, or how to calculate. If you want to use this one, I showed you guys how to do it. If you want to use the second one, all you have to do is once you download this PDF, you click on this. It's going to take you directly on the form, and then you're going to fill that out. So it says ensure that the application date used in this calculation and on the application form are the same. Check. The third one, let's check this. It says photocopy of all the biographical pages in your passport or travel document during your 5-year eligibility period. So it says if your passport validity was extended, include all of that. So all you have to do, this should be for you to do, all you have to do is you make a photocopy of your passport front page. Make sure that once you make that photocopy, it has to show your name, your photo, date and place of birth, and then passport travel documentation number, issue date and expiration date. Super, super, super important. So you're going to make a photocopy of that. The next one, photocopy of proof that demonstrates knowledge of English or French. In the application when we were filling it out in the step 3, I told you guys that in that example, I showed you guys that I use a transcript. So for that transcript, you have to make a photocopy. Depending on whatever you're using, you got to make a photocopy of that one as well. So once you make a photocopy of that, you check. The next step, if you are 18 to 54 years of age and unable to demonstrate that you have this, I don't think this applies to you guys. So we're going to leave that one. So the next step, but read this. I think this is for someone that is disabled or has like any condition that is cognitive, psychiatric, or psychological in nature. So the next step, we're going to check this as well. Photocopy of 2 personal identification documents. So you can, if your passport is still valid from your home country, you can use that, or you can use your driver's license and also your what's the other one, your permanent residency card. And it says must have your name, photo and date of birth, right? So you have to include all of that. And then again, if there is information on both sides of the identification document, photocopy both sides. Super important to read this and get this right. Once you do that, then it says 2 identification citizenship photos must meet requirements of. For this particular one, let me show you guys. You can actually, if you remember, you can actually click on this and it shows you the specification. But let me show you guys a little clip on how to easily do this, even if you don't know the right specification. Okay. So we're going to check on that before that, and then you see that little clip on what to do.
So when you're ready to take photos based on the requirements for your Canadian citizenship, look for any Walmart around you depending on your location, and then you go inside. For every Walmart location, I believe there should be like a photo studio that you can use for the photos that you need. So for this particular location, you can see there is a photo unlimited. So I'm going to walk in, and that's where I'm going to take my Canadian photos for the Canadian citizenship. Okay. Once you step inside, you can see they do have a sign showing a Canadian passport, right? So they already know what to do. So once you come in, you can tell them for every Walmart location they should have this. Okay.
Then finally, you're going to pay your fee. So you're going to click on this, pay your application fee. Before that, these other ones you would submit if you need them, like use of a representative and all of that. So remember, if you're going to use all this information, you have to get the forms that are needed. So to pay your fee, all you have to do is you click on this button. And once you click on that, you're going to include a copy of the receipt showing the amount you paid. So let me just show you guys what can happen when you click on this button. So after you click on that button, this is what comes up: pay your application fee online. If you have an account, all you have to do is once you hit on citizenship, it's going to ask you to log in and then you just sign in. But if not, it's going to give you an option where you're going to create an account. So because I already have an account, I'm just going to click on citizenship. And then this comes up. Once this comes up, the next thing you're going to do is check this one quantity for just one person. If it's for 2 people, you're going to put 2. If it's 3, depending on how many people you're applying for. So if it's for 2 people, at the end, it's going to charge you how much in the receipt, right? So let's say I'm just applying for 1 person. I will just put 1 person, which is the form we chose, adult 18 and over. And then once I do that, you come here and you hit on the button submit, and it's going to take you through the process, and you get your receipt, and that receipt is what we're going to use when we get back to the document checklist, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Then over here, after you've paid and you got your receipt, it says include a copy of the receipt showing the amount paid, $630 Canadian per applicant that is 18 years of age and older. And that is all you're going to do. And I'll show you guys the final clip on how you're going to submit this documentation.
So after your documents are ready and you're ready to go submit, one of the places I used to send documents out. As you can see, this is Shoppers Drug Mart, and I believe every Shoppers Drug Mart has like a Canada Post. I'm gonna get closer and show you guys what I mean. So as you can see on here, you can see the Canada Post entrance, or a post office rather, and I'm gonna walk inside and show you guys some of the things you're gonna use to put in your documents before you submit. So I just got to the Canada Post location, like I told you guys, and as you can see over there, I'm just gonna zoom in. So that is the express post you can use as in those forms there to put in your documents to send. I spoke to this nice lady and she said you can also use just a normal envelope to put in your documents. It doesn't have to be that one over there, and you can either send like a regular mail or just an express mail, right? So I hope this actually helps someone trying to like put in their documents together. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.